This is the latest entry into the subcompact class of cars in Canada, the Mitsubishi Mirage. Are you excited? Well, I'm not that excited, and Canadians don't seem to be that excited about subcompact cars anymore. Sales of subcompacts have been dropping, where compact cars have kind of stayed the same. And the reason is, there's a couple of things here. First of all, the price of compact cars has stayed the same over the last 10 or 15 years, if not dropped. In addition, the Canadian dollar has been strong for the last several years, and you're able to get more features into a compact car. So many people are thinking, I'll spend just a little bit more, I'll get a bigger car with more features instead of a subcompact car. This car comes to market as sales are trailing off, and it has a couple of disadvantages. First and foremost, it looks like it was styled around the time that MC Hammer was popular in the 90s. It looks like a throwback in a retro way that isn't good. The styling really is not exciting at all. It's not a big car either. The hatch is rather small. It isn't as big as some of the others in this class, like the Nissan Versa Note, which is one of my favorites. It doesn't look as edgy as the Ford Focus, and probably the best all-rounder in my opinion is the Kia Rio. So styling is down, and it's way down on horsepower as well. So that's an overview. We'll get inside and show you what to get excited or not excited about. Okay, here we go with the Mitsubishi Mirage. I want you to experience a couple of things. It's really slow and it's really loud. What's at play here is a 1.2 liter 3-cylinder engine with a whopping 74 horsepower. Now that's really uninspiring. Plus, if you get an automatic, it's mated to a continuously variable transmission. Now, some other manufacturers make CVTs and do a fantastic job. This one, not so much. What a CVT does is zap any kind of performance out of this car at all. Oh, we're going through a corner now, not that inspiring. Steering isn't very good on center. It's noisy. I can't get over the noise. All right, almost made a pass there. Now, I want to compare this to a couple other cars. The one I would choose in the subcompact class if I was going to buy a car for handling would be the Ford Fiesta. That's a great handling car. But the best all-round car, in my opinion, is the Kia Rio. Why? Direct injection, 4-cylinder engine with 138 horsepower. A similarly equipped car to this, it's only $1,000 more, and you get a whole lot more car. Now, if you want space and you want to keep it on the down low in terms of price, just under $17,000, you get the Versa Note. Way bigger than this car. It too has a continuously variable transmission, but boy, theirs is really sorted out. It actually helps that car off the line, getting a lower ratio to take off from a light, and just cruises like a bomb on the highway. Yeah, but what I want to do now is a hard acceleration at highway speeds, foot down to the floor, and oh, here we go. This should be exciting. Not very invigorating. What I could suggest, I could imagine if you had like 4 people in this car with luggage, you'd have to plan passes like miles and miles in advance. This would not be my choice if I was driving on the highway all the time. Here, I'm gonna go for another pass. Foot to the floor, out we go. Oh yeah, well, we made it by. We'll pull back in. Whew. Taking life and limb there, I tell you. Okay, all joking aside, what I will give this car credit for is you have a high seating position. A lot of people will like that, especially shorter people, and lots of windows, great outward visibility. The steering is light, it's very vague, it has no real feedback, and it actually, once you put it into a corner, it doesn't snap back on center. That's not very good. The engine I've already talked about. But you know what? It's a cheap car, but I would suggest if you have the money to buy this, splash out just a little bit more and get much more car. Way more car than this. Now, one pleasant surprise with this Mitsubishi Mirage is the center console has a piano finish around the radio and the heat controls. Now, this is the higher end SE trim, $16,500. You sit up nice and high. The seats are pretty comfortable. One thing I want to point out is the back seat. If you're looking for premium space in a subcompact car, No car can touch the Nissan Versa or the Versa Note. Huge back seat with lots of legroom, on par with a mid-sized car. So that's the winner in space. Also, the Honda Fit has the magic seat in the back that flips and folds. So those two cars really have the space angle down. Now, what you get with this car in the higher end trim at about 16.5 grand, you get heated seats. You can also get that in the Kia Rio for just about $1,000 more. You get Bluetooth enabled stereo, you get power windows and door locks, you get air conditioning, you get some really nice creature comforts. So that's all good stuff. It's not finished particularly well on the inside. The carpet isn't really carpet, it's this form press sort of material. So this Mitsubishi Mirage is equipped very closely to a lot of the competition in terms of features, around $16,500. The Kia Rio, as I mentioned, I think is a standout in terms of quality and finish and the features that you actually get. So what is the compelling reason to buy this car? It has to be power and performance and handling, but it isn't. So to wrap things up, I think this Mitsubishi Mirage is the answer to the question nobody was really asking. If you want a subcompact car, you can get a direct injection 138 horsepower Hyundai Accent or Kia Rio with lots of features and just a little bit more than this vehicle. It has really no power, it's noisy, the steering isn't very good, doesn't handle well in the corners, doesn't have a lot of features, it looks cheap, it's kind of dated looking on the outside as well. So I don't think there's going to be great expectations for this Mitsubishi Mirage. Why they brought it, I really don't have any idea.